Hello everybody, Keith here again. I've got another one of my all too frequent emergency repots to do today. This is the first Bulbophyllum I bought from Burnham's. This is Memoria Karen McDonald, and it's done very well for me up until relatively recently, and all of a sudden, as you can see here, some of the pseudo bulbs on the back end of the plant have gone squidgy. So I noticed it first a week ago, thought, oh, I'll have to keep tabs on that. Came to it this week and it was much worse. So no choice, I've got other things I would prefer to be doing, but not this time. It's in a peculiar setup. It's in a holy clay pot which I bought from Burnham's with the plant, and it's had some of the seedling compost in the bottom with bark over the top, with the idea being to try and give it a more moisture retentive medium, but still let it dry. Unfortunately, something's obviously gone badly wrong. We don't seem to have a lot of decent roots. I don't know how far back this goes, but there's unfortunately I've got that one's gone squidgy, so this is going to get very awkward, I think, as to what I actually can salvage, and there's a distinct possibility of losing the majority of this plant. Because certainly, where are we? They're now good up to there. That's got to come off, whatever else I do. That is black, so that's got to come off. That's very clearly had it. That is at least green. That's black. That's green. But the problem now is I've got a lot of little bits and they're not very good. These are looking dehydrated. That's one piece. That's at least got a new growth on it. That's got a new growth on it. This one has got a developing new growth on it, so I'm going to end up with three pieces. No, that's black. That's black. That's had it. But that's green, so it's very unfortunate that even though this bulb looks alright, when you look at the cut end it's black. So I've cut everything now so that it's down to pieces of rhizome that are green, not black. I don't like hacking away at plants. It sort of goes against the grain, but what I've found recently, because there's something gone wrong with my orchids this year, over this winter I've had a number of plants that have been previously been healthy that have gone backwards or worse, and it's gone backwards extremely quickly. And the only thing is, I've tried cutting them back, and I've tried to minimise the amount that I've cut off, and in the end I've finished up with plants that with a bit of luck I can get all 3 pieces back in there. It's going to really decide what I'm going to use to pot it in. Yeah, but no, as I was saying, what I've done is cut it to try and minimise the amount I'm taking off, to try and maintain the strength in the plant, what's left, and it's carried on spreading. So I'm hoping that if I go a little bit heavier, I shan't have that problem this time. So what shall I use for a potting mix? I don't think that what I've been using is really ideal. Doesn't look like it. I don't think it's going to want coarse bark, because the roots are very fine. They can get quite long, but they don't always. So I think I'm going to put it into a sort of a medium bark. The Orchid Focus stuff that I use quite a lot. It's a bit coarser than I'd like, but the alternative is the Westland, which is a lot smaller and has ceramics mixed into it. So what I might do, actually, thinking about it, is mix those two together. Try and put some coarser material down in the bottom of that, sort of crop it a bit, like so, and then I will put a good couple of handfuls of the Westland mix, and I mean, yes, you could argue I'm clutching at straws with this, but I don't think that if I put more of this Westland in, I would do any good at all. Now this is going to be all kinds of fun, I think. I've got to put more in there than that. Something like that. Something like that. And something like that, so it's all going the same way. I think these are all going to need staking. Without a shadow of a doubt, they're going to need staking. my wife come back from doing a little bit of stuff outside, so that will be okay cutting off. Right, so that's one of the quickest, probably scruffiest repots I've ever done, I think, but it needed doing quickly. So I can only keep my fingers crossed that I've caught that one in time and water it, and we'll see how we get on. Nothing else I can do, and I'm not sure what's caused that issue. It said minimum 12 degrees, which it hasn't been in here over the winter, that much I do know. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what suddenly made that deteriorate. Having done extremely well for me previously. So all I can do is keep my fingers crossed and see how we get on. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.